Well, some breaking news coming out of the United Kingdom, where judges have blocked government plans to deport asylum seekers to Rwanda. The Court of Appeal in London ruled that the plans were unlawful. Rights groups and asylum seekers appealed an earlier decision by another court which gave the go-ahead for the controversial deportation policy. Nadim Barber joins us now live from London. So, Nadim, clarity from the courts. We now wait to hear what the government response will be.
That's right, Sahel. Clarity on some of the argument put forward by lawyers representing asylum seekers who had been told they were at risk of being sent to Rwanda to lodge an asylum claim there, as in they would never be allowed to put in a claim in Britain. Now, the decision last year, the ruling that Rwanda was a safe country, has now been overturned by a majority ruling by 3 judges here. For a bit more on this, I'm joined by the director of Asylum Aid, one of the groups involved, Alison Pickup. Alison, obviously good news. Where does this leave your clients, the people that you represent?
Yeah, we're absolutely delighted by this news today, that the Court of Appeal has overturned the High Court, as you said, and found that it's not safe for asylum seekers to be sent to Rwanda. For our clients, this is really important because they were under threat. We've got many clients under threat of being sent to Rwanda, very scared of being sent there, and they will be hugely reassured that the court has said they can't be sent there.
All along, the British government has argued that Rwanda has put in safeguards, that it is a suitable place for people to lodge a claim, and if they're successful, stay there. And even if not, they're saying that there are provisions, protections in place. What do you say to that?
So the Court of Appeal has accepted today that the evidence just doesn't support that argument. You know, the UN Refugee Agency intervened in the appeal, putting forward their experience of Rwanda's asylum system, and the court has accepted that it's just not safe at the moment, and that there's a real danger that asylum seekers would be sent back to countries where they're at risk of persecution, the very places they fled from in the first place.
Now, of course, the Rwanda schemes was signed last spring, so it's been more than a year now for some people who are here in Britain, some of them in detention, not knowing what's going to happen. Tell me a bit about what effect that's having on asylum seekers.
Yeah, so it's really hard for the asylum seekers because they're just left in a limbo. Some of them have experienced torture, they've been trafficked, they've been exploited on their way to the UK, they've had very traumatic journeys by definition, and now they've been left waiting for over a year to find out if they will be allowed to even make their case in this country, or they'll be sent to Rwanda, a country they know nothing about. So I think this, hopefully coming to an end, will give them that reassurance of safety.
Now, the government here is already pushing ahead with an illegal migration bill, which has caused a lot of consternation, particularly around the prospect of children being put into detention and then deported. Do you think this ruling has any bearing on the government, how the government goes forward?
Yeah, absolutely. The plan under the illegal migration bill, which is effectively a refugee ban, is to prevent anyone from claiming asylum, and the government then wants to detain them, men, women, children, families, people who've been trafficked, people who've been tortured, and send them off to another country. Well, the High Court has now said they can't send them to Rwanda because it's not safe, and they need to make sure that they're going to need to reconsider that policy.
Thank you very much for your time. Well, just a reminder that the UK government still has the option of appealing this to a higher court. It's already been a long legal process, but as we are reminded, all of the delay is having an effect on some of the most vulnerable people who try to reach Britain.
Thanks very much. Nadim Barber there for us in London.